Good morning, dear students, viewers, learners, and young friends. Today, I want to complete 5 acts of Julius Caesar. Virtually, Julius Caesar is very important chapter in 10th class in ICSE board. So let me complete 5 acts today itself. Now I want to discuss with all of you about 4 acts of Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar the drama written by Shakespeare, William Shakespeare. So Act 4. Today I want to complete Act 4. In this, in the Act of 4, Antony, Mark and Tony and his friend and his Octavius. In 4th scene, Mark Antony and his friend Octavius, both united and combined forces set out in pursuit of conspirators, and they encamped near Sardis, and they were finding out the real conspirators of murderer Julius, the real conspirators behind Julius Caesar. Ultimately, they got exact point. On the other hand, you see, grieving Portia. Portia was the wife of Brutus, Mark Brutus. Grieving Portia has taken her life. In simple word, you can say she died due to grieving. And simultaneously, Mark Brutus understood the main culprit of this behind the assassination of Julius Caesar, and he demanded funding from Cassius. At that very time, Cassius refused. He did not support him in the fight, in the battlefield. So Brutus became very helpless, and he was defeated by Mark Antony and his friend Octavius. This much you have to keep in your mind in Act 4. Simply you have to understand, my dear students, Portia is the wife of Brutus, and she repeatedly prevented her husband from taking such steps of killing, assassinating Julius Caesar. But Brutus did not accept, did not listen to his wife. Ultimately, his wife was in very grieving situation and in financial problem, and she died. On the other hand, you see, Brutus was defeated by Mark Antony and his friend Octavius. This point you have to keep in your mind. Now come to Act 5. Act 5. Act 5. Act 5. In this, in the Act 5, you will get information. Mark Antony, Mark Brutus. Brutus was defeated and he died. He could not tolerate this very situation. On the other hand, you see, entire people of Rome became angry against Mark Brutus. The Mark Brutus, with the help of Casca, Cassius, Cinna, they made conspiracy and assassinated Julius Caesar. Okay? And they badly were defeated in the battlefield in Philippines. On the other hand, you see, when Mark Brutus was defeated, and entire people, almost all people, were chasing them because the real thing came before them. At that very juncture, the ghost of Julius Caesar appeared, and everywhere appeared, almost all people started feeling terrible. Everywhere appeared a fear and very bad situation. So ultimately what happens here, Antony says, no doubt Julius Caesar is no more. Julius Caesar already dead. But dead body dead. He was dead, but more powerful when he was alive. Here I would like to give an example. Mahatma Gandhi died, and when he was alive, he was powerful, no doubt. But after his death, he is more powerful. Similarly, Julius Caesar is no more. He was assassinated. But after his death, he is more powerful. So this much you have to keep in your mind, dear students. And if you want to discuss with me one by one, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4 and Act 5, I have discussed with you main points. And I think if you listen to my lecture, then definitely it will be clear to all of you. And simultaneously you have to read your textbook. Then you will not have any problem. And Julius Caesar is very vital book course in 10th class, and definitely questions are asked repeatedly every year in CBSE board. Not CBSE, in ICSE board. So, with these words, today I end my speech and my class, and it is my humble request, all of you must subscribe my channel, Sahadev's channel, and support me. Thank you very much.